Do you ever have one of those days where you just want to escape, find something yummy to eat, soak up time with the people that you love, and take a breather to just reset? Well, I really needed that, and what is a better place to do that than a city that's filled with chewy sesame-crusted bagels, smoky melt-in-your-mouth deli meats, and of course, cheesy, gooey, loaded poutine. Welcome to a week in my life in Montreal. What is your favorite meal of the day? For me, it is definitely brunch. So of course, I had to check out Dandy's, a place where brunch dreams come true. They're all about using fresh local ingredients, so not only does the food look good, but also taste incredible too. We ordered their famous ricotta pancakes with maple brown butter sauce and lemon cream. My personal favorite, the endless summer breakfast bowl, which came with avocado, house-made sourdough bread, fried eggs, house tzatziki, and a bunch of fresh and seasoned veggie. And of course, we had to get their crispy smashed potatoes. Everything was delicious. Even though I'm not usually a sweet breakfast person, the ricotta pancakes totally won me over. They were so light, so fluffy, and just the right amount of sweetness. Judging by our empty plates, our bellies were definitely happy. A great way to start our trip. Since our hotel was in Old Montreal, we decided to spend the day exploring the area, and honestly, it felt like we stepped into another world. The architecture here is just gorgeous. Old stone buildings, intricate designs, and cobblestone streets that transport you back in time. Like, how is this coffee shop located inside an old bank building from the 1920s? The high ceiling vintage chandelier makes it feel like you're sipping coffee in a museum. We're gonna go grab some bagels! Are you excited? I know we just had breakfast, but how can we visit Montreal without trying the famous Montreal bagels? If you never had one before, Montreal bagels are smaller, denser, and slightly sweeter than New York bagels, with a signature chewy texture. First bagel in Montreal. Let's go! However, if I'm being honest, this place was it was okay. But that was totally fine with us because this just means we get to explore even more delicious spots.
I love the bread. The bread is really good with that.
Next, we went to visit the Notre Dame Basilica, and let me tell you, this place was even more stunning in person. The stained glass Gothic architectures are breathtaking. Walking inside feels like you're stepping into a fairy tale. Its vibrant colors, intricate design, it really feels like one of those places that you kind of want to stop and just take it all in.
Wanna make you happy and then she goes 나만 혼자 남겨뒀어 대화가 필요해 너 먼저 나에게 말해봐 너와 나의 이 관계가 달라져 someday we're out of time so tell me you want more 지나가버린 추억 너무 잦은 다툼 가끔씩은 지치기도 해 이제는 너무 익숙해져 버린 너의 안성들이 난 더 이상 하고 싶지 않아 So baby tell me why not 너와 나의 그 차이가 why not Don't know what to do with you but why not
This was the first trip that I went on with my mom and Dom, just the three of us. And honestly, we really needed this getaway. After losing my dad, the past few months have been pretty tough. But if there's one thing that I value more than anything else now, it is time with the people that I love. Sometimes you just need that extra push to get out of bed and break free from the sadness, to disconnect from my daily routine, to reconnect with each other and the world around us. It is so easy to forget about the beauty in life when you're grieving, but getting outside of our comfort zone reminded us that that little joys still exist, because sometimes something as simple as soup dumpling can bring a smile to your face.
The skin is really thin and it's actually really juicy. It has a lot of soup in there. I'm pretty impressed. I was not expecting it to be so good.
Thank you.
好吃吗？ We then spent the rest of the day walking around Montreal. In total, we did over 18,000 steps. So of course we had to reward ourselves with the one and only Snowdown Deli. This iconic deli shop has been open since 1946, and it's a must try if you're ever in Montreal. Their menu is packed with mouth-watering options, but you absolutely cannot miss the Montreal-style smoked meat sandwich. It is piled high on rye bread with mustard and that juicy pickle on the side, perfectly complements all those rich flavors. It is not too fatty, it is not too salty. I am not kidding when I say this is hands down the best smoked meat sandwich I have ever had. Seriously, our taste buds were doing a happy dance after this meal. The meat is so juicy. Ooh.
So tender.
You also have to try their comforting matzo ball soup. It's like a warm hug in a bowl.
First time trying matzo ball soup.
And the roast beef brisket, oof, it was so tender and juicy that Dom devoured it within minutes.
This restaurant, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Changing into sweatsuits, my favorite.
And just like that, it is a wrap! I've been up since 5 a.m. so I'm so tired, but I'm so excited to start eating. They gave us a bunch of recommendations of places to try, so we're gonna go to a sandwich shop right now. So let's go!
Okay, I know I have been raving about the food here, but I have to add another one to your must-try list. Chicho's. They're famous for their incredible Italian sandwiches, and let me tell you, the bread is the real star. It is perfectly crusty on the outside, so soft on the inside, making every bite absolutely delicious.
Let's dig in. This was recommended to us by the director of the shoot earlier, and he says it's one of his favorite sandwich releases, so let's give it a try.
It's really fresh. Really good. The buns?
I honestly couldn't believe how good the sandwiches here were. Spoiler alert, all three of us agreed that we had to come back. It was that good. So we actually ended up returning on our last day for our one final meal before our flight.
Simple but fresh ingredients makes a huge difference. Wow.
走吧。
Since it was about to rain, we decided to go check out the Biodome. It was our first time here, and there were definitely lots to see. The tropical rainforest was a total paradise. It had so many beautiful vibrant plants, tons of birds, and adorable wildlife such as these cute monkeys and capybara. The Gulf of St. Lawrence, where I saw the cutest otters building their home. They were so playful. The maple forest honestly reminded me of Deer Lake. It had this really nice cozy vibe. But my personal favorite was for sure the Polar World. The penguins totally stole my heart. They were so cute waddling around and swimming in the water. Being here definitely made me feel like I was a kid again. So of course, after the Biodome, we had to walk 10 minutes in the rain to get some ice cream. It was totally worth it. Bonus point, if you're lactose intolerant, this place actually sells really yummy vegan soft serve, so you should go check it out. Hi there from Future Tiffy. By this point of the video, you may have noticed a lot of French throughout the whole video, on the menus, on the signs, all over the stores. If you didn't know, French is actually the official second language here in Canada. Little sad story, but in high school, I actually failed French a couple times because English is already my second language, so not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous for this trip. But one thing that got me super ready and changed the game was Rosetta Stone. The best part about Rosetta Stone is that it doesn't rely on translations, but instead it unleashes your natural language ability by teaching you a language in an immersive and intuitive way. You learn through pictures, audio from native speakers, and interactive activities. This way, I was able to order all of my favorite food and actually read the menu because I was ready for real life scenarios. My favorite part about Rosetta Stone is that they have an app, so it is 100% on the go. They have lessons that are as short as 10 minutes, so you can really take your learning anywhere. For example, right here, you can listen to the audio from actual native speakers, so that way you can learn the accent and learn how to use it on the go. Another feature that I also really love is the voice recognition tool. It matches your audio to audio from native speakers, and it gives you feedback on how well you're pronouncing the word. If you're looking to learn a new language or want to brush up on your language skill, Rosetta Stone is offering an exclusive discount on their lifetime subscription for over 60% off. You can learn all 25 languages with the link in my description. Thank you so much, Rosetta Stone, for partnering up with me for this video. Now let's get back to the food. For dinner, we decided to go try out this cute cozy bistro in Montreal that specializes in French cuisine with a modern twist. The menu changes with the season, so you know that everything is super fresh and delicious. We went for a little bit of everything and shared family style. So tender. The fish melts in my mouth. Honestly, everything was really tasty, but the real highlight was definitely the vibe. You know those places that just makes you want to sit down, chat all night long? Well, this was the place. It was warming and inviting, the perfect spot to enjoy a bottle of wine and some quality time with loved ones. Okay, I have a little confession. I am not a morning person and I really dislike waiting in lines, but when it comes to Arthur's, I will make an exception because this fun, trendy spot in Montreal that serves comfort food with a modern twist is totally worth it. Now, I usually come with high expectations after a long wait, but oh my goodness, everything was absolutely perfect. We ordered the latte smorgasbord, which is what I want to eat for breakfast every single day because look how soft and creamy the scrambled egg is. The McArthur sandwich, which is a crispy fried chicken schnitzel sandwich. This is 1,000 times better than a McChicken will ever be. And let's not forget about the cottage cheese pancake drizzled with maple syrup and sprinkled with salt. This has officially changed my life. It was fluffy, rich, and the perfect balance between sweet and savory. If you see a lime here, don't be alarmed because trust me, it will be worth it.
No sleep, my veins run dry, I'm empty. I can't see, I'm blinded by this concrete. And I should call you, see what you've been up to. I've been wondering how far did you go in 7 months? I bet you're happy and don't think that much about me. Here I am, not knowing how to move on without you.
My dad was supposed to join me on this trip. In fact, when he heard about my exciting opportunity, he immediately told my mom that he had to come because there was still so much he wanted to explore in Montreal. We actually traveled to Montreal twice in the past, and those trips were some of my favorite memories together. As I walked around, I couldn't help but think about all the things he would have loved. Everywhere I looked reminded me of him. For example, this cafe serving Japanese tamago sandwiches and matcha really brought back our trip to Japan earlier this year. The matcha here was honestly so creamy and not grassy at all. It tasted just like the ones we loved in Japan. Honestly, my dad would have adored this place, and I would do anything to travel with him again. So take this video as a gentle reminder to cherish your time with your loved ones. Take a trip together, enjoy a delicious meal, go for long walks, or grab a coffee and just catch up, because it's moments like this that we carry on with us for the rest of our life.
I bet you're happy and don't think that much about me. Here I am not knowing how to move on without you.
Okay, so we're now at two of the most famous poutine shops here in Montreal. So the first one is Ma Poulet, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and it's chicken poutine. And then the next one over there, which is the most famous one, is the one that Anthony Bourdain recommended. It's right there. We're very lucky there's no line in either. So we're gonna do the ultimate poutine test. So let's see which one's better.
You can't visit Montreal without trying poutine. The first stop has to be Ma Poulet, known for their Portuguese-style rotisserie chicken poutine. The portions here are huge and the prices are fantastic, and the flavors are seriously so addicting. We ordered the poutine poulette, which is the classic Quebec poutine topped with tender chicken and rich gravy. Dom said this is definitely his all-time favorite poutine.
The chicken is so tender.
Next up is Le Banquise, one of Anthony Bourdain's favorite spots and probably one of the most famous poutine places in the world. They're open 24/7 and serve over 30 different kinds of poutine.
We got the Montreal smoked meat poutine. They had so many different flavors, but when we're waiting outside, one of the people told us that this is their favorite, so let's give it a try.
But the real key to really good poutine is perfecting the three main ingredients: crispy fries, fresh cheese curds, and hot savory gravy. And La Banquise definitely nailed all three. Personally, I love the toppings at Ma Poulet, but La Banquise wins when it comes to gravy and fries. And since they're just across from each other, I totally recommend giving both a try.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And
That's really good. But this one is really, really good. It's so unique.
Today is our last full day here in Montreal, so of course we have to come get some bagels. We're gonna get some and test some out today, two of the most famous places, to see which one we're actually gonna buy some more tomorrow before our flight to stock up. So let's give it a try.
First off, we're at Fairmont Bagel, one of the oldest bagel shops here in the city, open since 1919. They're a family-run business known for their classic flavors such as sesame and poppy seeds. They're actually open 24/7, so you can get fresh bagels any time of the day.
I think their most famous one is their sesame, so let's give it a try.
I personally really love the sesame bagels here. They're hand-rolled, boiled in honey water, and baked in a traditional wood fire oven. It's a chewy texture, slightly sweet flavor, and just the right amount of crunch.
Huge. Okay. This is way better than what we had on the first day. I still like the sesame one more though, but whoa.
Right next door, we had to go try the TikTok famous $5 gnocchi. Served steaming hot in a cardboard container, it's topped with their signature slow-cooked tomato sauce that is rich, garlicky, and perfectly seasoned. This is the viral $5 gnocchi that you see all over TikTok. Let's try it to see if it's good. It's really fluffy. I find myself loving the sauce even more than the gnocchi, but for just $5, I can see why this sauce is so popular. Pro tip, definitely dip your bagel into the sauce. It pairs perfectly together. I've been craving pierogies for the past few days. This place is new, I believe, but it looks so fresh. First bite. Craving satisfied. I also got the cherry pierogies. It's the dessert one, and they serve it with honey. There are whole cherries in the pierogies. If you're walking by, I highly recommend checking it out. It's so fresh. The next bagel shop we visit was the local favorite, another family-owned gem that's been around since 1957. The moment you walk in, you're welcomed with the irresistible aroma of freshly baked wood oven bagels. Compared to Fairmont, they offer even more variety of flavors, but we decided to stick with the two most famous, classic sesame seeds and poppy seed bagels. The bagels here are slightly chewier, which I loved. I found the poppy seed bagels here are honestly so much better than one in Fairmont, but I personally prefer the sesame bagels from Fairmont. Plus, they're open 24/7, so you can grab a bite at any time. Fluffy.
The donut is really good.
We then spent the rest of the day walking around and trying more yummy food. And of course, what is a food tour around Montreal without going to one of North America's largest public markets and the local favorite since 1933. It is open all year round and it's always packed with fresh produce and lots of homemade baked goods. I am determined that one of the reasons why the food in Montreal is so good is because they really value fresh ingredients.
Oh.
The corn is so sweet. To finish off the trip, we went to grab La Maison at La Maison Villeray, and oh my goodness, everything here was delicious. It was packed with flavor, so fresh, and 100% one of my favorite meals I had here in Montreal.
Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on.
It was my first trying La Maison, and I will definitely be trying more in the future because wow, what a perfect way to end the trip.
Feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment.
Anyways, thank you so much, Montreal, for being such a warm and welcoming place, and I hope you guys had a lot of fun coming along with me. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Love you!